Good morning, everybody. As you can probably see, it's wet out. It's early. This early stuff is for the birds. I much preferred when my wife was home and I could milk later. But anyway, I'm going to milk. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. So this morning's milking didn't go quite as planned. Normally Prudence is the first one when she sees me coming with the bucket to come walking over and then meet me in the milking parlor. But today, she just stood right there and she wouldn't come over. So I waited for a minute or two and she wouldn't come. So if I had left the bucket in there, Bullseye and all the rest of the animals would have started eating out of it. So I walked over there with all the rest of the animals clamoring around my feet, and she still wasn't interested in the grain. So I grabbed her by the collar and walked her over and got her in, and she didn't want to be in there, and I tied her up so I could milk, but she didn't give up hardly any milk. She didn't touch a grain, so I'm a little concerned. I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on her today. I really hope something's not wrong. So I've been watching Prudence. She was laying down for a while. She's standing now. She's not acting any different, so I don't know. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on her. I don't know if you guys can hear that siren in the background. Don't they know I'm trying to do a YouTube video? How rude. Anyways, so the plants did fine out here last night. I will, if it dries out at all, which it's not supposed to, it's actually supposed to start raining harder later. But at least this lets me get the plants out here. This one fell over, but so it's, I think the lowest for a low in the forecast is like 50 degrees, so these should be fine. Getting out here and staying in the sun and getting the rain and all that stuff is good for them. So I'm gonna plan on leaving these all out here and getting them planted as soon as possible. What I think I mentioned before, let me show you guys. When I picked up most of these plants at the Project Grow of Ann Arbor sale, there's a guy there who was selling biochar. And I know about biochar, it's great. I'd love to learn to make it, I just haven't yet. But this biochar also has like kelp and other stuff in it. So I've got a bag right there, and what I'll do is I'll just take a handful of that and put it in the hole that I plant the plants in, and that should give them plenty of like a supercharged start. So that's the plan when I can get to it. So I just came out here. I saw her take a dump, which is good. It at least makes me think that things are working. They never tell you when you start a homestead that, you know, you can be really happy when your cow takes a poo. But that made me happy. So I saw her go to the bathroom. I came out here, figured I'd let her out on grass. Hopefully maybe eating would, help. And when I walked in, when I opened the gate, she kind of walked towards me. And when I opened this up, she came over. So, see, she's gonna pee. For those of you without cows, you have no idea how strongly cow pee smells. It really smells of ammonia. And apparently Bullseye likes that smell. Anyway, I'm really kind of hoping that she'll go ahead and start eating, but the fact that she walked over towards me like normal and has shown some interest and was going to the bathroom makes me feel a little bit better. So maybe it's just an odd morning. My buddy milked for me last night because we had a baseball game and dance and swim and all that stuff, and he said she was fine last night. She actually milked a ton, overflowed the 2-gallon bucket, so I don't know, hopefully she's fine. Come over here and say hi. Hi, Mama. You okay? Okay? You alright? Eat some grass. Show me that you're good. I'll check in with you guys in a bit. I wanted to say that same buddy who helped me milk, when I asked him about last night, he said, hey, maybe it's morning sickness. And I suppose it could be. Do cows get morning sickness? Hey guys, so I don't know if you can see her. She's right there. Seems to be acting normal. I'm heading out to milk right now. Kind of hoping it's going to go okay. So, say a little prayer. And in like 30 seconds, you'll find out. It's going to take me a little while. The other thing I wanted to tell you was, I knew it was only a matter of time before the sheep started going under the electric fence. You can see over that sheep right there that's walking that direction is over there. The little sheep can scoot under no problem. I think even the big sheep with their wool, it insulates them from it. So I'm just hoping that those guys don't try to go through it, because then they knock it down, and if they kind of knock it halfway down and try to come back across, it doesn't go well. So I'm hoping they just stay here. And actually I've taken to just ducking under the electric fence on that gate when I go in there, because I don't want to turn off the fence and have somebody, you know, one of the animals go over and say, oh, it's not on. And so just me rambling. This is a good sign. She sees me coming with the bucket and she's coming over to the gate to meet me. So hopefully this morning was just an aberration and she seems excited. So let's go get to this. Okay, so that went about as well as could be expected considering how this morning went. You can see the bucket is like totally full. That's a 2-gallon bucket, or maybe 2.5-gallon bucket. Anyway, I'm gonna give this to the pigs and then I'm gonna explain something. Okay, so you might think that with her udders being really, really full, it would be easier to milk. But the opposite is actually true. At least for me, I've always found that when she is overly full, it is harder to milk. Like her teats get in a little bit swollen, and I have a harder time pinching off at the top and then squeezing out. So instead of going faster when she has more milk, it seems like it goes slower. So I probably could have gotten more milk out of her. I could have, you know, gotten another quart or so out of her. But she had stood for a really long time. I didn't have any place else to put it. I actually did milk some out onto the ground just to try to get her as empty as I could. But hopefully tomorrow morning everything goes well, and you know, this morning was just kind of a weird situation. What I probably should have done was, once she started, you know, coming over here and acting normal and eating grass, is I should have tried to go out later in the morning again and milked her then, like even at 10 or 11 or 12, probably even early in the afternoon. That would have, you know, lessened how full she was right now, and it would have made milking now easier, as well as, you know, relieved her pressure a little bit earlier. But I will have to remember that for next time. We're going to give you an update on the ducklings and chicks, because what video isn't better with fuzzy birds? So there's the ducklings. Honestly, they are growing so fast. And then here's the chicks. Here's some of the chicks right here. And then the rest of them are, where are they? Oh, they're right there. I don't think you guys can see them, but they're right there. So yeah, everybody's doing well. I'm actually going to end the vlog now. I've got to go pick up Homestead Boy 1 from swim. You want to say hi? Okay, say hi. Hi. So we'll see you guys in the next one.